In this video, I'm going to tell you how to recover from a business slump. If you have started a business, you're like, well, I'm hitting a little bit of a slump. I don't know what to do or how to get out of it. I'm going to give you 4 things that are going to help you that I've done when I started an apparel company and grew that from, just myself to about a team of 7. And we did that for 5 years, and it blew up in the last 2 years, which was great. I say blew up in a good way in the last 2 years of doing business, which is great. And so I'm just going to give you 4 simple things that you can do today that will help you. Now, if you have not subscribed to this channel, I'm going to tell you, just subscribe, like the video. We're going to grow this thing regardless, because we're going to just keep talking about real things: business, relationship, life, fitness. That's basically it. So let's get into the video. Now, I used to run a business called 413 Apparel. It started as a men and women's, or it started, I thought, as a men's apparel brand, just creating one tank. And then women bought that tank and it was like, oh, this is a unisex tank. And then women wanted more things. And then by the end of it, or kind of towards the middle of the end of it, it was a 90% women's apparel brand. And that was like insane, because I was like, oh, I got into this to make men's apparel. Now I know more about women's apparel than ever, right? And so we had hit a low point probably in year 2 and 3, and there was a few things that we needed to do that would really grow the brand. At the end of the 3rd year, we did a launch that did more revenue in, I want to say, an hour than we had done in the previous year entirely, right? And it was not because of something that we did on launch day specifically. It was a few things that helped that we did that opened things up. So I'm going to talk about them. The first thing is you want to reevaluate the problem, right? Like, is it the offer? Is it the audience? Is it the product? Is it the way that you're presenting what you're putting out there, right? Because sometimes, like, we really have such a great product or a great service, but it might be the way in which we're presenting it, right? We need to evaluate and get to the root cause of the problem. For us, when we were running an apparel brand, people didn't know kind of like the true ethos of like who we are and who we were. Now, we did get help from kind of the social climate at the time, but we're a women's apparel brand that was run by 3 black males, which, I feel like if you're doing women's apparel, it's hard to trust men to create a brand like that. But at the time, we were kind of going through the George Floyd era, but then most people didn't know that we were a men-owned apparel brand. And so, and the brand was called 413 Apparel, so it was stand for Philippians 4 and 13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, my favorite Bible verse. And so we were leaning in on, hey, we're a Christian apparel brand. We're extremely high quality. We're cut and sew here in the U.S. and L.A. Like, everything that we did we were in there working with our pattern makers, design, and nothing was shipped in already pre-made. Like, we really were in the trenches. So we were living off of that. But what we weren't doing is we weren't being authentic to who we are. We weren't coming behind the veil and saying, hey, as a small business, we want you to know who we were. So there might have been a level of like disconnect with like, hey, who's kind of running this thing? Because at the time, that's when the apparel brands, especially the social media apparel brands that were growing, a lot of people knew who the owners were. They followed them. They were inspired by them as well. And so I felt insecure, and I didn't want to put us out there because I was like, that's going to kill our business. Women knowing that men run this apparel brand. But we did a video and said, hey, basically this is who we are. This is what we stand for and everything. And sales that month leading up to the launch, it absolutely blew up. So we really dialed into who our audience were. We also dialed into who we were and doubled down on that. So reevaluate the problem, see if it's the offer that you're offering, check the price point. There's so many different things. We can go down a rabbit hole of that, but check the offer, check the audience, check the product, check the service. Just make sure that you're doing all of those checks to see where kind of the fail point is and identify the root cause. Number 2, this is, I think, sometimes overlooked. See what the customers actually like. Now, we had an OG crop top, and it was a crop top that was our first crop top that we built for women that went nuts. It didn't matter what color we dropped in, it sold out, it sold out, it sold out. We would try different styles and people were like, no, we want more of that thing. So what we did was we were like, let's just make sure that that's available in black all the time. Because what we did was we ran ads to that black crop top, and that was available all the time, and people bought it. So it was like a daily thing, just orders, because we hit one thing that I was like, oh, customers like that. If customers like that and they want more of that, why would you consistently go away from it, right? It's kind of like these videos, right? I love talking about relationships. I love talking about entrepreneurship. I love talking about fitness, right? But there's some videos that get a little bit more traction and engagement. And so I look at that and I'm like, oh, maybe the audience is sitting back saying, hey, we value this, but like this right here, we actually want you to talk and go deeper in on. So I end up now taking some data and analysis about that. And that's when I put out these videos. I'm like, oh, maybe it's 2 relationship videos to 1 fitness video, to 1 entrepreneurship video, or whatever it is, because I have to see, hey, if this is what the viewer likes and it's within the realm of what I love doing, like I'm not doing or talking about something that's just like, oh, let me just talk about something to get clicks. But if I'm like, hey, no, I love talking about this anyway. But if you all like certain things that are within my realm a little bit more, I'm going to talk about that more, because if it's what the customers like and it's the point is to grow a business, you want to make sure that you're doing it. Again, of course, within the realms and the ethos of what you're trying to put out there, do more of that. Number 3, find a way to increase visibility. The cool thing now is we have so many platforms that we can increase visibility and create content. Content is king. The more content that you have out there on different platforms of people being able to see your product, see your service, the more of a chance that you are able to really be out there, right? And the other thing from a visibility standpoint is emails are great. People I think sleep on email marketing. It's like, if you have a product or service, everybody checks their email every single day. I check my promotional emails every single day. I see what sales, companies are running. I see what they're pitching. I see, the different new things that they're doing, and I might not buy immediately, but I'm locked in. And also from an email standpoint, this kind of goes into another aspect, but I'm just going to give you a little bit of game, right? So if you're running emails and someone's going to your site, they're going to your products, they're going to your service, they're buying, they're clicking, or whatever CRM or whatever CMS platform that you have, those are data points that you have analytics and everything typically that are in the back end of your website on that you can use as triggers in an email marketing system within the CMS or within the email marketing system. If you use those as triggers, you can identify, hey, if this person, let's say me, and I'll use my apparel company website, I go to 413 Apparel, I click on a tank top, I buy a black tank top. Well, now in the system, in the email marketing system, it says Ricky bought a black tank top. Well, wouldn't it be smart to say, hey, I'm going to make that a trigger, and in a month from now, maybe he's going to want to buy a blue tank top. So I'm going to have it automated in email sent to everybody who buys a black tank top. In a month, they're going to get an automated email, hey, here's a blue tank top. So what we did for 413 was, from a visibility standpoint, we said, if you buy something, we want to start creating a profile of who you are and the type of person you are. So whenever you get something or whenever you get a bundle of something, we're like, okay, we kind of know what you like. So we're going to trigger that, and we're going to send emails, in a 30-day cadence on different things that you might like. So over time, what that did was, as we got new customers, we maintained current customers as well. So month after month, visibility increased because more people were getting items, more people were sharing them on social. And then our consistent customers, we maintained because we gave them offers and deals and everything through our email. So how you increase visibility, it matters. And once you have that visibility from social or anywhere, make sure that you are maintaining those relationships within your email marketing system, because sometimes products and services, not everybody goes and posts about them. It's like, oh, I have this great thing. But what you might have is, from an email standpoint, you might get so much revenue and so much brand loyalty through your email marketing system and through your emails, because you have them in from a visibility standpoint, and you've marketed to them and you've made them feel special based on being members of your email list. I know I ran through that. If you want more, if you have questions about that, just comment on this video. We'll get in touch. We'll talk. I love talking about that. I can nerd out over that. As you see, I just kind of rambled on it, but increase visibility. And number 4, improve what you can control. Some things you just can't control. Like right now, we can't control the economy, like just singular people being able to control the economy. But there are variables and things that you can do that you can control, and variables that you can adjust to allow your business to grow. You just identify what those variables are, right? That might be uniquely specific to your business, but if you can identify variables that you can kind of push and pull the levers, push the input so you can get a different output, pull the input so you can get a different output, those things are going to be vitally helpful. I've always looked at businesses like this. Like, if you're starting a business, you're doing something, there's a lot of inputs. That means that, but you ultimately want one output. Right? You ultimately want to, or I guess you might want a few outputs, but ultimately you want to gain revenue so that the business can keep going. You want to be profitable. But there's so many inputs, which means there's so many levers that you can move in order to make that output a desirable output. But you have to identify those levers and have the confidence and will to change those levers, especially when you're in a slump, to try something new, to try something different, right? I'll use this channel, for example. I have been putting out videos for 2 months or whatever, not getting a ton of traction. Granted, subscribers aren't crazy high right now. I love all of my subscribers. I really appreciate you. But what I did was, I was like, I need to make sure Reels, YouTube Shorts are hitting daily, because those are the ones that are getting the views, that are attracting people to the channel, that subscribe, that'll watch the videos, right? So that was a lever that I could pull. I have to put more effort into the YouTube Shorts so that they can attract people to the channel. And that's a lever, right? So identify those variables. So if you're in a slump, you can do something. I'm going to go through them again. Number 1, reevaluate the problem. Is it your offer? Is it the audience? Is it the products? Is it the story that you're not telling that you should be telling? Number two, see what customers like. If there's something customers already really like, double down on that. Give people what they like, especially if it's within the realm of what you want to do. Number three, increase visibility. Find a way to not only increase visibility, but once you get the people in, maintain them, maintain visibility. That's the one thing. You want to make sure that you're maintaining visibility. And number four, improve what you can control. There's variables, there's inputs that determine outputs. Focus on the inputs. Focus on the things that you can control so that you can get a better output. So that's it for this video. Hope you like it. And if you did, like, comment, subscribe. I said it already in the video. That's it. See you all next time. Peace.